Raghav, welcome to Dubai. I don't know if I should say that because you keep coming here so often now. It's home to you, isn't it?
It does feel like a second home, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good to be back.
Great.
As warm as it is.
Yeah? Oh, yes.
It's the anti-Canadian weather.
It is, I know. But tell me, what brings you to Dubai this time?
Well, we just did this performance at the Coca-Cola Arena, and it's pretty special with Juggy and Manj and Jay, and it's pretty cool for me because it comes at a time where we're not only celebrating my historic work, but Desperado's kind of at the top of the charts everywhere around the world, which feels amazing. You know, I couldn't tell you with all confidence that I thought that was going to happen. Mm-hmm. So for it to happen again at this point in my life is pretty special. Yeah,
we'll talk about you creating music in this world now, the generation that it is now. But let's go back to your career when you started. What was it like to become one of the leading South Asian singing sensations in the UK mainstream pop scene?
Well, it's a little more big picture than that for me. It was just great to have a career in music. You know, like I grew up in Western Canada, and the idea that I was going to have any kind of career in the music industry it felt remote.
Yeah.
It felt a little scary. And then when I was 18, I moved to LA for a year and then moved to England. So I just wanted to be in the music industry. So for me, it was just the idea that I was singing for a living. You don't really know your place in the culture, or where you stand in the entire music industry or in the Desi world, or you don't really know that until years later when you kind of get out of it. I suppose the saying goes, you can't see the label when you're in the jar, you know? So I think it was during COVID that I realized when people started making reels, and again, multi-generational, like 18-year-olds, 12-year-olds, 50-year-olds, making reels for like Teri Baaton and Let's Work It Out, that I sort of realized that there's like this lasting impact that my music's had in people's lives, and it's the reason that I have a career, and it's changed my life.
Yeah.
And you get to reflect. It wasn't until COVID that I was able to pull my plaques, like gold plaques and platinum plaques, out of the bag, because you're just working the whole time.
Yeah.
So COVID was the first time that I was forced to stop and smell the roses, and it was pretty overwhelming. And that's what motivated me to say, I'm going to make a quote unquote comeback and try and put out new music, because it felt like I maybe hadn't fully registered just what my music meant to folks,
Yeah, and you very rightly pointed that out. You think social media is really bringing back old songs now and kind of reintroducing them to people or to new audiences? Like Teri Baaton Mein actually has gone viral again 18 years after its release.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it plays a part. The truth is that whether it was social media or not, those songs live in people's hearts.
Yeah.
And whether it's based on the time or the nostalgia, the music or the artist, I mean, I couldn't tell you what that is. That's magic. It just kind of happens. But the social media allows you to see it, and it makes it tactile. And so, as an artist, to get to see how old records still move people is pretty cool.
Yeah. What was it like, the work that you did on Desperado after years, coming out with this music, and then seeing the success that it got?
Well, I mean, Desperado is completely independent. I'm not signed to a major record label. I don't have a label in Manhattan or one in High Street, Kensington, or even signed to a label in India or a production house. It was just done out of my home, in Calgary. So it was a labor of love in terms of putting the record out. Actually, I recorded it here in Dubai because Mushtaq is here. It was more like just having fun, like going to camp again with old buddies, and just doing it grown up. And all of a sudden, it just became this worldwide smash, and it sort of made me realize that really the entire control for the whole industry is in the people.
Yeah.
It's on their phones, it's in their hearts. So now I hope to release more music and have the same feeling emoted.
How is it collaborating with Tesher?
Cool. He's the coolest kid, and we have so much in common because we both come from like smaller towns in Western Canada, still cities, but by Dubai standards, they're small towns. And so we have a similar sense of humor. We kind of have a similar upbringing. Regina and Calgary are not places that would necessarily, like, they don't breed a culture. Like, it's not the place where you think, oh, multicultural pop stars are going to come out of here. And I think, since Angel Eyes, probably, he's had the biggest kind of crossover record in the world, you know, like there's like Punjabi MC and Angel Eyes and I think Jalebi Baby, you know, that kind of the whole world kind of gets to hear and know about. And he's a special kid, and you know, we got like 15, 20 years between us, whatever it is, but it kind of works seamlessly on the record, you know, which speaks a lot to our music, so very special.
Nice. Tell me, you got trained, you got mentored by Seth Riggs, who is actually known for mentoring legendary artists like Madonna, Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder. What was it like? What were the insights you got from that experience?
Well, I remember being very hungry because I was 18 years old and I was broke in Los Angeles. So I remember just thinking like, I can't believe I'm in this room. And it was probably the first time I had that feeling that I was like, I can't believe I'm in this room. And again, growing up in Calgary, I mean, people would tell me I was a great singer and a really good musician and a vocalist. But it wasn't until I was working with Seth and I would see Michael Bolton walk in or Natalie Cole walk in, and he would kind of say, hey, you know, you've got something here, that I realized that actually maybe I have a talent that I could share with the world. So it was pretty special. I heard Michael Jackson do his vocal warm-ups on the phone, and it's like, oh, you know, maybe there's some things there that I can do. So it was the first kind of time I dipped my toe in and realized that maybe there's more in the world that I can offer, you know?
Yeah. Tell me, how did Bollywood happen for you?
They called me. I mean, every time I've worked on a Bollywood film, they've kind of called me, and it's been like, I'm like, really? Are you sure? But for me, it's not just Bollywood. It's that I've done a few tracks with AR Rahman. I think there's like, you know, there's Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, Quincy Jones, AR Rahman. Like it's a pretty small list of people that have influenced my life musically and to that degree. And so to work with him is special. And again, just like Tesher, working with AR, who's a generation above me in a way, it's become a friendship. And so, you know, you just kind of, music brings this amazing friendship into your life and it stays. So that's pretty cool. We have so many unreleased records and unreleased projects that I hope they see the light of day. But,
oh, wow.
So
okay.
Pretty special.
But working with AR Rahman and having SRK dancing on Ishq Shava, what was that like? Very
weird. I mean, it's like hearing my voice to his face. It's like weird. It was just bizarre. I remember the day it came out, I was like, does this sound okay? Does it look okay? But very cool. And I've had the great fortune of meeting him a few times, and people like Shah Rukh and Amitabh Bachchan are just loaded with charm and dignity and grace, so you can learn a lot from them. So the idea that my vocals got added to his character, and again, it turned into something that was a learning thing for me, is pretty cool.
Lovely. Can your fans see more of collaborations, you and Bollywood?
Yeah, there's something coming out by the end of this year.
Okay.
So there'll be two things in Bollywood films by the end of the year, and then a new single with a pretty significant feature from India that it's going to drop in the next couple of weeks. So
that is so
I'm back.
Cool. You are back, and how? We cannot wait.
I appreciate it.
How's been the response in Dubai today with your audience?
Amazing. I wish it wasn't so far away from Western Canada. It's a long flight, but it's pretty cool. I mean, this is, you know, I kind of look at, you know, my career started as a UK artist, and then obviously things happened for me in India. And Dubai's the perfect mix of what happened in both those worlds, you know?
Yeah.
And so I'm here often, and I'm thankful for it.
Superb. We're going to end the interview, but not before you sing something for us.
सजाऊंगा लुट कर भी तेरी बदन की डाली को, लहू जिगर का दूंगा हंसी लबों की लाली को. Desperado, desperado, in this together we live or we die.
Can we also hear Can't Get Enough?
Yeah.
Because I missed the performance there.
ओ मेरी जाने जान, ओ मेरी दिलरुबा, ओ मेरे पास आ, कहीं ना जाना हो.
Love it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Raghav. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Lovely to meet you.
Thank you.